Now we bring you news from other parts of the world, and we cross to SABC News correspondent Sherwin Bryce-Pease in New York for the latest news from the US. Sherwin, good morning.
I'm Sherwin Bryce-Pease in New York, and a very good morning, South Africa, on this Friday, the 13th, where we start the day with minus 7 degrees Celsius, up to a toasty 2 degrees later in the day. One of the stories we're tracking for you is the continued fallout around the Epstein files and how this is becoming a complex political story in an election year, and after members of Congress started viewing the unredacted files in a secure suite at the Department of Justice in Washington. Congresswoman Nancy Mace said after viewing the files that people would be shocked by the names that had been redacted from files, of course, that are tied to the convicted sex offender, the late Jeffrey Epstein, who died by suicide in jail here in Manhattan in 2019. While millions of redacted files have been released online, members of Congress have been given an opportunity to view the unredacted files in that reading room at the DOJ. Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna earlier shared the names of 6 men who were redacted by the public release, accusing the Justice Department of hiding their names for no apparent reason. They include billionaire Leslie Wetzner, the former CEO of Victoria's Secret, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, the CEO of Dubai-based logistics company DB World, and Italian politician Nicola Caputo, among others. The Epstein Files Transparency Act was signed into law by President Donald Trump last November, which requires the Justice Department to make publicly available all files pertaining to the prosecution of Epstein. Some analysts have accused the DOJ of over-redacting the files, while Epstein survivors have complained that the Department of Justice failed to properly redact their names. Democrats have in fact accused the DOJ of a cover-up, which has been rejected by the Attorney General. Another big story, ongoing talks between Iran and the United States. The Wall Street Journal reporting that the Pentagon is preparing to send a second aircraft carrier to the Middle East as President Donald Trump ramps up pressure on Iran to make a deal in relation to its nuclear program. Details of a second round of talks have yet to be confirmed. Those are some of the stories we're tracking here in New York. It's back to you in studio.